After our last time sailing, we knew that we needed to get back out on the boat more regularly. It's been a long time since we've sailed consistently, so we just needed to get back out on the boat, reacquaint ourselves with everything that this boat has to offer. We happened to be in Pensacola for the day, so we just decided to head out on the boat and make a day of it. We got to the boat and there was no wind. That makes it difficult to sail, but we have some other options and we were absolutely going to give it a shot. One of the previous times we were at our boat, the guy that was behind us in our slip had mentioned that he had some wasps on his boat. Well, the last time that we were at our boat, Travis actually got stung by a wasp as we were cleaning up our sails. So we'd already gone out for our sail and to come back, buttoned up the boat, and we were putting the sail cover on when Travis felt a hot poker in his little pinky, and he had gotten stung by a wasp. So they had started to build a nest in our sail stack here, and so we're just kind of making sure that there's no wasps in there before we take off sailing. We have several things that we have to do before we take off sailing, and one of them is to put our winch handles in. And then there's also a electronics display that we use to tell us our depth, our wind speed, boat speed, GPS headings, things like that. So Travis is getting that set up right now.
Hey, pay attention.
I was totally paying attention.
Okay, I want you to drive the boat backwards.
Okay. I ended up editing out quite a bit of me driving the boat backwards because there was a big miscommunication between what Travis said and what I thought he wanted me to do. What he really wanted me to do was practice maneuvering in this controlled environment of our marina. But I didn't know that's what he wanted to do. I was just actually driving the boat backwards anyway, so I thought that's what he wanted me to do. So I just took it back a little further than I normally would and then started going forward. There was some, again, miscommunication between what he really wanted me to do and what I was doing. But we ended up practicing when we came back, so that video is at the end of the vlog. So today, we decided to take the boat out, do a little sailing. There's some dolphins out off of our bow, pretty far out. Just one little surface right there, but there's no wind. So we thought today would be a great day to try our Spinnaker. So Travis is working on that halyard right now, and hopefully we'll get the Spinnaker up. We've never flown the Spinnaker, so this could be quite comical or quite disastrous, but when there's no wind, you gotta do what you gotta do to get the sail up. So here we are. I tried to get some video of the dolphins, but as soon as the camera comes out, they get camera shy and they take off. So we're out in the middle of Pensacola Bay here. There was relatively zero boat traffic, even though it was fairly early in the morning and there was the Blue Angels, the Navy Blue Angels were supposed to practice. But we still had plenty of time and plenty of space. So here we're working on getting the Spinnaker set up. We've never flown this before. We have taken it out of the sock, which is that gray thing. That kind of holds it all together. Travis has given me the direction to connect the halyard or the line to one of the tacks or the clew. I'm just guessing about what was really happening here. And then I'm going to run the line back. The boat is secure right now. We are moving forward slowly at a breakneck speed of probably 0.7 knots. And then the tiller is actually locked in place, so the boat is not moving around. And you can see that I'm very cautious and very careful, constantly looking around to make sure that there's no other boats coming around us. But you're not going to see very many boats at all through this video. It was just a very quiet day. Since this is the first time for us using the Spinnaker, we weren't really sure exactly how the previous owner had set up the boat to use the Spinnaker. So I do have to go forward occasionally and try and help out, make sure things are set up. We were on the wrong side of the head sail here, so we just kind of flipped it around, and then we ran the lines back again. But the whole time, again, kind of looking out, making sure there's no boats around us. The boat was tied in, the tiller was tied in rather, and even though the engine was on, we actually were not moving forward through most of this. So you can see every once in a while, if you watch the horizon, you can see me trying to straighten the boat out just to make sure that we're not getting too close to the water or to the land, which we had no issues. Oh, hey, wardrobe change. Here I'm going to use some high-tech photo editing so you can see the two different angles of us raising up this Spinnaker. And actually we're just raising the Spinnaker, and then the sock is what is being raised up. The Spinnaker is already in place.
You pull!
This is the back part of the Sony action cam that we have that's catching the actual final steps of the Spinnaker coming out. And then here in a moment, I'm going to go ahead just motor down. So the engine is going to stay on, but we're just going to, we're actually sailing, but the motor is on. That way we can just make sure that we have it on in case we need to kick it into gear and gain speed for steering. Loud noise. Our last time coming into the marina was really pretty sketchy. The wind was kicking in from kind of our starboard side or right side, and I did not come in at a right angle, and we hit the pylon pretty hard. There was only a minor cosmetic damage to the boat. The pylon took most of the damage. It was a wood one, so thankfully it just kind of broke off and it was no big deal. And then my ego was pretty damaged. So this time we kind of, we did some practicing before we pulled into the slip, where we backed up and went forward and tried to take it on at a more straight angle. That was really kind of beneficial for us because we were able to see how the boat could operate A lot of times when you're moving in this capacity, there is no brake on a sailboat. So if you're in forward and then to stop, you just have to slam it into reverse really quickly and do like bursts of forward or reverse, and that slows things down. But at the end of the day, we ended up getting it in the slip pretty good. Travis stole my boat hook, but I'll get over that. And then at the end of the video here, you can see I zoom in on our track where the yellow is what the movement of the boat. So it's moved around quite a bit.